I'm Old Sneelock. Welcome to another episode of Old Sneelock's Workshop.
Day one of the zombie apocalypse. I think the world's going nuts, guys. I'm driving down Gull Road. I have one guy following me as closely as he can follow, because Lord knows is what they do on Gull Road. But there's hardly any traffic. Now, admittedly, it's 8:24 on Saturday morning. Usually at 8:24 on Saturday morning, there's not much traffic. But still, Gull Road is usually pretty busy. Okay, so now I have a total of four cars that I can see. They've closed New York State. They've closed California. They've closed Illinois. There's a law in those three states that says you can't leave your house. Well, that's screwed up, guys. That's like communist China. And what's the next step? Okay, take your firstborn out and set them by the curb because we're going to pick them up just to make sure we reduce population density. Come on, guys. That's not how it's done. Only in New York State, Illinois State, and California State could they even hope to get away with that. I think there would be a uprising here in Michigan, because I'm telling you, I need a lawnmower. Mine is worn out. It's an antique Sears, and I've managed to keep it going for a couple of years, but it's pretty much shot. And Blaine's Farm and Fleet has a lawnmower for sale. And I called them up and they said they were closed. Now, I'm persistent, so I called through and got a hold of the operator, and the operator says, "Oh yeah, we're open." And I said, "Do you have the mower?" "Well, yeah, we've got 3 of them in stock." But if I was in New York, I couldn't go to Blaine's Farm and Fleet and pick up a mower because they're all freaking out. I'm not sure exactly where they think they are and how they think they're going to run the world, but it's not the world that I live in. We just have to see what happens. I got about 20 minutes before I get to Blaine's. During that time, who knows what may happen, because we have idiots the world over, and some of them think they're in charge. But in the meantime, I'm going to shut off the phone and drive on down the highway. I'll talk to you when I get to Blaine's. We'll see if they're still open. Well, Blaine's is open and there's people in the parking lot. One guy driving one little handicap cart's back in the store. Must be he's one of the cart wranglers. Okay. There's people here, but not many. You can see that the parking lot is pretty much bare. So now we'll go inside and see if I can buy a lawnmower. Okay, I picked up the mower. Got it at the sale price of $12.99. And now I'm going through the drive-thru to pick it up. Customer loading, please stop here. Glad they're going to be loading the thing, because I don't want to try and throw that up in the back of the truck. Worked out well. I had a sales flyer. Sales flyer listed the price as $12.99. I walked in and asked him, well, I called before I came out here to make sure that they were going to be open, because having 3 states closed is a little odd. So you want to give people every opportunity to succeed, right? Well, the young gentleman who checked on the lawnmower for me verified that they do have them. They had 3 of them. Now they have 2. And when I came into the store, I said, price is marked $13.99, but on the flyer that I got in the mail, it's marked $12.99. He said, I'll go talk to the manager. So he went and talked to the manager. Manager said, that's fine. Go ahead and sell it to him at $12.99. When I went to check out, the cashier didn't recognize that there was a difference. So she rang it up at $13.99. I looked at the slip and said, no, this is wrong. Went over to the customer service and they immediately took $106 off the bill. So I now have a new mower. Brand new Troybilt 42-inch mower with a bagger. So I have a 14.5-inch or a 14.5 horsepower built up Sears lawnmower with a bagger that I'm going to be selling. Hopefully I'll be able to sell it for a reasonable price. It runs, everything's fine on it. It's just last year I had to do a lot of work on it, and I said this year I'm not going to. We got our income tax back, and my work down in Louisiana had paid off, so I spent it on a mower. We spent it on a mower. Lydia and I both agreed to buying the mower. Because while I was in Louisiana, she used the big mower, the one that I had worked on, and said, we need a new mower. Anytime you got something that you got to fiddle with to make it run, it's not something you want to rely on. So, the last Troybilt that I bought lasted 14 years. I expect this one to last 14 years also. Probably a lot longer than that, because the other Troybilt for the first, 7 years of its life, it was mowing 2¼ acres and having a really hard life. Traffic's picking up a little bit. There's people out and about. Westnedge is starting to open. I imagine the mall, 9:42. Mall's going to be open in about 18 minutes. That means that there are people going to work. That's the way it should be. Everybody seems to be cautious, and that's a good thing. Even I have a can of wipes here so I can wash my hands after I'm done doing something. I always carry it in the truck anyways, because you're handling all kinds of crap, and you get grease and dirt on your hands, and these work really good to clean you off. Just so happens that the size can that I wanted is Lysol, and it kills 99.9% of bacteria and viruses. So, pre-planned is a good plan. The only thing I'm having a problem with now is something sitting behind the rear view mirror back here. I can't use the center mirror, and I'm kind of used to that. But I got side mirrors, I'll be okay. And I usually look off to the right to see if there's anything over there before I make the turn. Pull over the other lane. But with that box there, I can't see. So I'm just going to have to be real cautious. Drive like I'm in town. We're okay. Mission accomplished. Mower's bought. I'm on my way home. I'm going to turn off camera for a while, guys. I'll see you when I get home.
Well, I have another new project. It involved quite a bit of struggle. I had to get it out of the back of the truck. And since there's no room in here for a crane or a hoist, I ended up having to slide it out on 2x4s. Interesting. But it's going to be fun because I've needed a new lawnmower now for about 5 years. And I got by with the Craftsman. Managed to keep it running through a lot of labor, but I think it was time for a new one. This is a Troybilt 42-inch. And with a bagger, which I really like the Craftsman bagger. Got it at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. They had a sale going. $13.99 marked down to $12.99, which is still ridiculous amount of money for a lawnmower. But, you know, the price of things has doubled in the last 10 years. The last Troybilt I bought, the little pony, cost $600, but that was 14 years ago. Well, it's my project for today. I got to get it unpacked and put together, and then maybe I can go out and do some mowing. Of course, I don't have any grass. It's colder than the dickens outside, and who knows when it's going to grow again, but it's almost the end of March. April's coming. Lots of work to do.
If you have any suggestions for a new video, questions about today's video, or any of the other videos on the channel, just drop a note in the comments. You know I read them all. Thanks for watching. This video is not to be viewed by anyone under the age of 13 in the US or 16 in the European Union, without the express written permission of the parents or legal guardians of the underage person. Such written permission must be on file at the local government entity in charge of enforcing the rules and regulations established by the FTC. Anyone violating these terms is admitting by default that they hold harmless the owners and operators of this channel. Any and all questions should be addressed to your local branch of the FTC.